Hey Nathaniel, how's it going? So looking at your stuff here, the first thing I would say right off the bat is that ultimately you want to um, really think about the form of the face, okay? And so if I'm drawing let me grab just a regular hard round here. So if I'm grabbing this image here, and looking at the form of the face, you want to block out the character, okay? And so the first thing I would do is just kind of build out the structure. And so you've got the eyebrows here, and you've got the cheekbones up here. But the problem is you've got this coming in and kind of in like this. So this is your kind of perspective point. And then out of that is basically where your nose launches, okay? And so the problem that you've got going on is ultimately what you've got going on is that you've got kind of don't have that nose in place. And then think about the eye. If you think about the eye as a sphere, and then when you're looking at it like this, you're going to, and you look at it in the quarter view, you will actually see less of it, and so it'll come down like this, and then it'll wrap around. So there'll be like your eyelid there. So it'll wrap around the form of the head. Okay, and so that's ultimately what you want to really kind of look at and kind of think about. So in order to fix some of this, what I would tell you is the first thing I would do is kind of block out. I'm just going to really roughly block this out. But I would block this out here like this, and so you can see here that that block makes a little bit better kind of overflow, okay? And then we're going to do a little bit smaller brush here, and like so. And then the next thing is we want to look at the nose itself. Now the nose is actually kind of pushed out. So what I would do is I would grab the nose itself like so, and I would let's do a layer via copy. Let's bring that up, and then we can move this forward like this, and then actually I'm going to transform it a little bit more. Actually, let's transform it, warp it. I don't like per se a particularly kind of flat nose, or like perfect nose, so I always try to do something along the lines of this. And let's bring some of this down. So now with the shadow coming down, so your light source is drastically coming down, so you're going to be pulling some of this point from the nose like so. The other aspect is your mouth, and we're going to go back here and copy this mouth. And copy the mouth like so. I'm going to move that up under the nose, and I'm going to transform it. So from the eye standpoint, it looks good, but I'm going to bring that out like so, and then I'm going to erase some of it like this. And so you're just kind of getting this like so. Probably a little bit more, because what's happening is that mouth is also curving around your teeth, and so that's creating a little bit more form going in the back. Now, with that being said, the next thing I would do, and I'm just going to start flattening some of these layers, the next thing I would do is think about your head kind of line. So I'm going to just show you here. If I take your head, and so if the eyes run into the middle, or we've got a third in here, this is the size of your head here, okay? And even that's kind of large. And so with that, like so, you got a really long neck going on, which is not too bad actually. And then here is the next neck. So you want to have kind of that process. And so the other aspect, I think, is that if this is your collarbone here, like so, then this is actually kind of the center line. So I would go in there and fix that. And it looks like I just screwed up the entire drawing. Let's see if we can get backwards out of this. There we go. So, there we go. So the first thing I would do is I would go up here and I would grab probably and trim down some of this and flatten that out like so. Over here I'm going to grab this and probably make a little bit more of an arch and then add some of the shadow in there from that to kind of blend that together. Okay. I would go to this here and I'm just going to grab that and let's copy that and then let's transform, warp, and I'm going to bring this a little bit kind of forward like so. Drop that and let's fix this like so. And then when you think about it, like think about how folds happen, okay? And so you've got the start of it here, but if you're doing a tension point like this, you know, you really want to sit down and think about how things are kind of working together. And so I would, you know, add in some more wrinkles and things like that, and you know, probably look at and actually go get a cloak or a bed sheet or something and kind of drape that around, and that'll tell you just so much more information. And let's go into eraser here and just kind of, oops. So let's kind of erase some of it. And I'm just kind of cleaning this up here. Let's do like a little filter blur here. Something like that. But you get the point. So I'm not going to spend too much time on this here. But you get the point, maybe a little smudge to kind of clean up. And then here I would add in some just different aspects. Now, the other aspect that you're doing is, and I think the reason it looks kind of plasticky is the other aspect is that you want to really sit down and kind of think about kind of your overall process, okay? And I think that is something that you want to look at. So like if you got a red cloak here, you're going to actually be casting a lot of red color onto the skin here. And let's bring that up. Let's merge that down. And I would do something along the lines of picking your red color and just a real quick kind of rough overlay. Something along this. Very, very simple, but yet gives you kind of the idea. And let's do color, and it's a little bit more saturated than I want. So let's kind of bring that down like so. And then again, let's I'm going to just bring all of this down, and I'm going to merge on top of it as I work here. And let's merge this. Now, the other aspect too is that you're using straight red for everything and purples, but you're not really kind of adding in that shadow too. So the first thing I would do is I would go in and I'm going to add in just a little bit of that purple hue from the background here into the shadows. And some of it will have to go through and erase. But that shadow is now going to really kind of sell your overall color. And then, you know, we just, again, simply multiply maybe, and just that hint of blue in there. And you know what, maybe let's try color once. Maybe that hint of blue in there. And you can just see, you don't need a lot. Just, let's go hardness. You don't need a lot. You just need enough to like kind of sell the idea that you have a contrasting color. So you'll have your red and then you'll have your blue. And then the other thing I would say right off the bat is that you probably, you know, the reason it doesn't look right is because it's too perfect. You know, you've got even if you've got a boy or a kid or, you know, something along the lines, you're going to have little things like wrinkle lines and laugh lines and things like that. So like looking at something like this, you know, if I add in just a little bit of kind of that wrinkle line here for the eyes, you know, kind of add something like that. Going a little bit darker, we can kind of deepen the corners of the eyes in a little bit more. I can go over here and kind of add it in and then erase something like that. You know, we can add in this darker color back under here to kind of promote that here. I'm just going to go in and erase some of that. So like this, something like that. And you know, just something along the lines to kind of give me a little bit more emphasis. Maybe along the lines here, I would have, you know, just even a freckle. Kind of breaks up that monotony of space. You know, adding in little bits of your base lines here. Something along the lines of like this. And just breaking that up. You know, now basically just tells a little bit more of the kid's story. And nothing's ever perfect, so don't feel like, you know, everything has to be, you know, truly perfect. And even just adding in, you know, some eyes like that, bringing down the eyebrows a little bit more, maybe a little bit more bushy. And you know, so now what you've got is you went from here where it's very bland up to something along the lines of like this, and then you could even go further with it by adding in some of these highlights, you know, up here. Just very simple, very easy, kind of where the light's hitting on top of here. And something like that. And it doesn't have to be, you know, flawless. Just, you know, again, simply kind of blending in some of that color in there to kind of bring that up on top of everything else. All right? And so, you know, you can bring up some of that. And kind of roughing that in and kind of blending, you know, some lost edges in there because you don't need to see it all. It doesn't need to be perfect. But you can see here, just like I said, just adding those simple things in there makes a big difference. And we can go in from, you know, we go in from here to here. And then the other thing is, and I'm looking at the eyes, and I know you want to do the kind of process for the eyes, but if you really look at an eye, you know, you're going to have like a little bit of a shadow underneath the eye, and you can see how that adds a little bit more. And you can go up here, and this is where you zoom in. Oops, I don't want to do that. This is where you zoom in here and decipher how the eyes should look, like, because here adding just rims under the eyes and then adding in your shadows under them, and I would even, if you want to even add a little bit more kind of leverage to it, you can add in a little star pattern or something along the lines in there, just to give it a little bit more emphasis on, kind of the weirdness of the character. And then again, this is the other thing here that pops is, let's go with a new layer here, is simply kind of breaking out the bigger shapes. So like so. And then we can go in with the darker colors like this. And then adding in a slight highlight over the lips. And even adding in, and again, it's just me kind of putzing around now, but you can see how, it goes from this to a little bit more realistic from a character standpoint, and the elements are a lot better as far as that goes. It looks like I screwed up my wrinkles here real quick, but yeah, so you get the overlying points, and what you want to do to kind of change it and kind of make it a little bit more universal, and more humanistic than kind of a 3D doll type of effect. All right, I hope that helps you out.